Your terminal doesn't actually run commands. And if you think it does, you are missing what's really happening inside your system. In this video, we are breaking down exactly what happens when you press enter. Not conceptually, but at the system call level. By the end, you'll understand how processes are created, how program actually starts, and why your terminal doesn't crash when things go wrong. Let's start simple. You type ls and press enter. At this point, your shell reads input. It parses the command, figures out what binary to execute. But here's the important part. The shell does not execute it itself. Instead, it calls a system call like for. For creates a new process, almost an exact copy of the current shell. Same memory, same code, same step, but with one critical difference, a new PID. Now you have two processes running the same code, parent and child, and both continue executing from the same point. So how do they not both run the same command twice? After fork, both processes return, but with different values. Parent gets the child PID, child gets 0. That's how the program distinguishes between them. This tiny detail is what allows process control in Unix and Linux-like systems. Now comes the real transition. The child process calls execve. It doesn't create a new process, completely replaces the current one. Code, memory, stack, everything is overwritten. Same PID, completely new program. But how does it even find ls? The shell searches through the path environment variable. It resolves /bin/ls, then loads the binary into memory. That binary is just machine code, nothing special. At this point, the kernel takes over. It loads the binary into memory, sets up the process space, prepares stack and heap, and start execution. Your shell is now completely out of the picture. This is why processes are isolated. If ls crashes, it doesn't affect your shell because they're separate processes with separate memory. That's process isolation, one of the most important concepts in OS design. This is also why you can run sleep 60-second and % and immediately type another command. The shell doesn't wait. It spawns another process. You are not running commands. You are orchestrating processes. If you actually trace with the strace, you will see for execve, multiple syscalls after that. This isn't theory. It's exactly what your system does. So when you press enter, the shell parses input, forks a new process, replaces it with your command, and lets the kernel execute it. That's the real flow. And once you understand this, you stop seeing commands. You start seeing processes. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Also, we have a Discord server with more than 1500 people. The link is in the description.